What up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Smack Talk. We'll talk about Smackdown, and they're on their road to Saturday Night Main Event next week. They just had NXT just had Deadline, which was a fun show. We're trying to figure out who attacked Eddie Thorpe. My boy Oba Femi came and he took his spot. He ended up winning the whole thing. Julia won hers, and then I think both their matches is going to be at uh, New Year's Evil. So the first week in January. Uh, that's going to be good stuff. What else happened on that show? Lola Vice beat Jada Parkett in that tag team match. Woo! At Fraxium and No Quarter Catch Crew. Woo! That was good stuff right there. We like the Axiom helped his team retain those tag titles. It was good stuff. And also the women's was good. Ren Sinclair was getting pinned left and right, which was tough for her, but all around good stuff. Uh, so Julia wins, Obafemi wins. Uh, Still tag team champions. Oh, Trick Williams, he beat what's his face, him. So yeah, that happened too. So good for them. Gonna be excited to see what happens for NXT. And then here we are on SmackDown. There's a new type of draft that I don't remember what they call it, but pretty much they're gonna have like a trade, like a superstar trade from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT tonight. Uh, Chad Gable shows up because Cody Rhodes was talking about Kevin Owens. Chad Gable shows up. He's like, "Hey, um, I'm with Team Kevin Owens because I also know what it's like for somebody, Otis, he's talking about, to be attacked and down in the dumps, and your supposed friend, not be there for you when he was attacked by the Y6, but the Alpha Academy helped him out instead of Otis. Again, over on this side, Kevin Owens, he gets attacked and jumped and beat by the all the bloodlines. It's Cody Rhodes is like, well, I'm going to team with you. So yeah, so that was a thing. There's three injuries. Tonga Loa, Bronson Reed, and Jimmy Uso. They were all injured during the Hell in the Cell match or the War Games match. Uh, so they go back and forth, and Cody Rhodes says, "Hey, I thought we were kind of alike because you were like Shorty G." And then everybody, was trying to Rose was like, "No, it's okay, you Shorty. I was Stardust, you know." And everybody was popping for Stardust, which was hilarious. It was like he was saying that he deserved a better friend. He was talking to Alpha Academy, saying what would happen when the lofty goals for Chad Gable fail, and he keeps failing. Uh, and they had a match in the main event, which Cody Rhodes, of course, he wins because he's Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. But the match was great. Uh, it was in the hometown of Chad Gable. He is from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and he said that he's the best athlete from Minneapolis, even though Brock Lesnar is there. But we're not going to talk about that. Uh, so that was good stuff. And then the show kicks off the official match with Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Electra Lopez. Is that who it was? Yeah, Electric Lopez triple threat match for this new United States Championship for the women that they're doing. You would think that Naomi was going to get the win, but Tiffany Stratton, Miss Tiffy Time herself, uh, takes out Naomi. Candice LeRae comes out while distracts her too, and hits the moonsault on Lopez for the win. And she is also from, I think, Minneapolis or somewhere in Minnesota, so she got big pop. They love her. So Jesse Ventura was in the crowd. He's going to be hosting Saturday Night Main Event. Not hosting. He's going to be doing commentary for Saturday Night Main Event. And he also said on Twitter that, or somewhere, that he's going to be commentating for four main events. So I think there's going to be at least 4 Saturday Night Main Events a year. There's probably going to be one. There's one in January before the Rumble. There's probably going to be one maybe before or after Mania, one before or after SummerSlam, and then this one that's towards the end of the year. So that's going to be their 4 that they probably will do. Just like they're probably going to do like those still when they do those Saudi Arabia shows, it's probably going to be the same like that. So that's fun. What else is fun? More fun. Bianca Belair versus Piper Niven. They're backstage with uh, Naomi and Bianca, and they're like, tough break about your loss. She was like, yeah, but we gotta find out who did it. He was like, yeah, and then I think Byron Saxton came and he was like, hey, for what it's worth, it wasn't Piper, because they were saying it was Piper Niven who did it. Uh, but their match happened. Great match. Bianca Belair, she's great. Piper Niven, when she gets to wrestle, she's great. Uh, I think she was trying to hit a KOD, but it didn't work. So instead, she hit like a 450 um, for a 2, and then Chelsea Green, she tries to get involved. That's what happened. Chelsea Green tries to get involved, didn't work. She brought her in the inside, and then she hit a KOD on Piper Niven onto Chelsea Green for the win. That was good stuff. We like all of those. Backstage somewhere, Street Profits got injured. They got attacked from the back. They were supposed to face Motor City Machine Guns for the tag team titles. Um, there was a thing during the match where Piper Niven and Chelsea Green was cheating. They was using the ropes or holding each other's hand for the abdominal stretch. The stuff that they like to do, they didn't get caught. That was fun stuff. Um, yeah, it was good stuff. That was a good match. So I was backstage with the whole thing with Street Profits. Nick Aldis is with Motor City Machine Guns. Like, hey, what's happened? And then Johnny Gargano comes like, hey, what's going on here? What happened? It was like, oh, Profits got injured or somebody attacked him. It was like, oh, it was like, dang, that's crazy. It was like, what's going on with the tag team title match? It was like, hey, if you need an opponent, we can still do it. And then Aldis was like, nah, I know that your boy Tommaso Ciampa was behind it. I was like, what are you talking about? And most was like, no, we said we would defend the titles tonight, and they want us to defend it with them. We got it, no problem. They're like, yeah, it's gonna be great. We had nothing to do with our promise. And then he left, and then the match happens. And during the whole time, Johnny Gargano was being complacent. Tommaso Ciampa was being aggressive. He's like, hey, that's how you do it. He's pushing Johnny Gargano. He's like, this is what we need to do. We need to be rough and tough. And then Motor City Machine Guns was taking advantage of it. Was taking advantage of them. Tommaso Ciampa was trying to wrestle during the whole time, but every time Johnny was being hesitant, Tommaso Ciampa would attack himself back in. And then Tommaso Ciampa takes out Alex Shelley on the back, and then he tags Johnny Gargano in. He's like, all right, go, handle the business. So Johnny Gargano kind of looks at him, trying to just tosses him in the ring. Tommaso Ciampa's mad. He's like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be throwing them all over. You're supposed to be throwing them on the announce table, throwing them in the ring stuff. That's what you're not doing it right. So he got mad. So when he goes inside, he gets a chair. He's going to bring it in, distracted by the ref. Chris Sabin tries to lift them up so they do a double team move. Johnny Gargano gets down. Boom! Hits him with the low blow, baby. Got on with the low blow. Alex Shelley was like, what's going on? Hey, why'd you do that? Boom! Super kick. Meet in the middle. 1, 2, 3. And new. World Tag Team Champions. DIY turned heel officially, and they are now Tag Team Champions. Candice LeRae celebrates with them in the back because she is Speed Champion. And I don't know why they took out Indy Hartwell. They're silly people. I would shut up, Matthew. Anyways, so that was good stuff. We like those. It is probably going to be DIY, the one who attacked Street Profits. Maybe it's not. Maybe it'll be another tag team that attacked them. But yeah, that was good stuff, and we like those. And maybe Candice LeRae might, she might get that mid card title. Since her and Indy's not going to be a team, she might get that mid card title from somebody. Uh, and they can all be the way together again, and they can, you know, do their thing. So that's good stuff. Um, we like those. Also, after the match, uh, there was a backstage thing with Shinsuke Nakamura. He did this cool video package about why LA Knight lost. He said he's going to be champion forever, which I hope he does. Not champion forever. I think hopefully maybe at least until uh, WrestleMania. This is still my pitch. I'm going to keep this pitch coming. I want him to keep the title to WrestleMania, and he drops it back to LA Knight. And then maybe either he switches brands or whatever happens. Maybe, in my mind, in my logic, he wins Money in the Bank, and then Jey Uso, he wins King of the Ring. Jey Uso faces whoever's world champion. Jey Uso beats that person for a world title. And then Nakamura cashes in. Nakamura beats Jey Uso. Now Nakamura's world champion. And then Nakamura holds it in for however long he holds it to. And then Jey Uso beats him again. So then Jey Uso becomes two-time world champion. And then holds it a little longer and over. And then we finally get my boy Nakamura as a world champion. He three-time U.S. champion. He would be Money in the Bank winner. He won King of the Ring, or not King of the Ring. Won the Royal Rumble. Wins Intercontinental Champion. Wins all the tag team champions. All he really needs is that world title. And what better way to get him that world title by having Money in the Bank? Let him do it. Let my boy cook. Let him. He got one more year left in him too. So let him have a good 2025, and then and then we're good. And then I'm good. My boy can retire and be ballot Hall of Famer, ballot Hall of Famer, because he was already like two-time NXT champion, and then he'd be world champion. All the titles. Come on, give it to my boy Nakamura. So that was good stuff. Also, what was good stuff was Michael Cole interviewing Sami Zayn, and we'll talk about that in a second. So Nakamura comes out, and he was about to deliver a promo, but instead, L.A. Knight, yeah, comes out. He was like, "Oh, you think you're great? You got your little win. You think you're done with me? Nah, nah." And then Andrade comes out, and Andrade's like, "Hey, my friend, I still got some unfinished business with him too." He's like, no disrespect, but I got first dibs. But after I get my dibs on him, I'll give you the first shot. Don't worry about it, amigo. And then out of nowhere, he goes, "What the?" And then you turn around, and the Tamatanga is attacking Andrade. Jacob Fatu attacked LA Knight. Yeah. And then they're surrounding Nakamura. Nakamura was like this, and he has black ink running down his mouth, looking crazy like a psychopath. And then Solo was like, "You know what? We can just leave him alone." Jacob Fatu was like, "Yeah, yeah, he good. We're gonna continue attacking everybody else." So they were attacking them. He was like, "Oh, y'all think we soft? You think that everything is all jokes? I tried to be nice, and y'all just taking advantage of me. Y'all taking me as a joke now? Nah. Y'all want to step up to me? What's up? I'm still the tribal chief. I still got this, and all of you guys will acknowledge me. Fun games are over, over." Which sucks because I like the fun games. Fun and games are fun. But no more fun and games. Solo Sokoa is serious now. That was good stuff. I like those. Also, what else I like is Michael Cole going in Kevin Owens' car, and he was telling him it was like it's cold. Can we go inside? Like no, it's warm. I got the temperature up to like 68 degrees. It's great. Everything's fine. It was so good. Um, so Michael Cole was telling him, Kevin Owens, he was like, "Hey, I'm trying to be the unbiased." He was like, "You unbiased? You're like number one Cody fan. You're like, there's nothing unbiased about you." He was like, we knew each other for what 15 years, however many years when we first came in. He was like, why all this? And Kevin Owens was like, you was there. You called the matches when I was getting beat and demolished by the Usos and their peoples. It was like, well, and then Cody, then so he was like, okay, so now it's Cody Rhodes. He was like, well, what about the Usos? What about Sami Zayn? And he was like, okay, the Usos, whatever. I'll give them the pass because at the end of the day, they are his family. So whatever, they should always have his family's back. He was like, Sami Zayn, woo, boy, I will get to Sami Zayn. I will get to him later. But right now, my focus is on Cody Rhodes and that title. And Kevin Owens was just like, you know what? I'm tired of you. Get out. Get out my car. You see that? Get out. He opens the door to tell him to get out, and he leaves. And then he had the window down. He was like, wait, Michael Cole, I forgot something. And then as soon as Michael Cole came walking in, he rolled the window up on Michael Cole. Yo, it was great. Yo, Kevin Owens is the best, and then he drove away. Nah, this was great. Kevin Owens is hilarious, and his reasoning for hating Cody Rhodes is valid. Like Kevin Owens was probably, besides maybe Jay, was like, no, I think maybe even before Jay, when Roman was like fresh uh Universal Champion, Kevin Owens was the guy who fought against him first. First, he had the title chance to beat him, and Paul Heyman interfered. And then the other times throughout the years, he had the chance to beat him. The Usos would get involved. So it was like, and then he helps you win the title, and then you help him win the title at WrestleMania to get rid of all of that. And then you just go and help him after all the work we've done. I was nice to him the first time. I tried to help him out. He said, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Now get out my car. Get out my rental. Oh, I love Kevin Owens. So before the main event, uh, there's a lot of stuff that's happening because of this trade thing that I talked about earlier. Um, Nick Aldis was talking to Dom Mysterio in the back while Naomi and Bianca Belair was talking. They was talking to Byron Saxon. That's when Byron Saxon was telling them, hey, it wasn't Piper Niven who attacked you. And then Naomi was like, well, there could be anybody else. It could be Chelsea, or it wasn't Chelsea Green or Piper Niven. Just like, well, it could still be anybody from the War Games match. Uh, I don't think Bianca's still trying to rule out Bailey. So deflecting. So it's definitely either Naomi or Bianca who attacked them. I'm keeping my original theory. I think it was Lash and Jakara who attacked them, but I think it was by the hands, the mastermind of Naomi. I think it was. I hope it was. That'd be fun. So that's what happened. So in the background, Dom's talking to Nick Aldis, and then before the main event, Gunther is also talking to Nick Aldis. And then Carmelo Hayes is coming through. He was like, oh, what is this all about? You talking to Gunther? Like, you need to stop worrying about these SmackDown, those Raw stars, and let's talk about me before I become Monday Night Mellow, which has a nice ring to it. If you picking up what I'm putting down. And Nick Aldis was like, yeah, you could be his headache, which would be fine with me. But actually, I got something for you next week. I got you a match. I got you an opponent, top tier for Mello next week. I got you. And he was like, oh, you got top tier for your boy? And now he's on Twitter talking about Penta. He's talking to John Cena that he wants to wrestle. Talking James Ellsworth. Who knows who's going to be, but he said top tier. Um, I'm hoping if it's Penta, that'd be fire if it's Penta, but we'll see who it's going to be. Main event I already talked about. It was good stuff. We like all of those. Chad Gable, of course, from Minnesota, loses, but the crowd doesn't like him. Boos him, cheering for Cody. He's taking out Cody. He's working on the ankle of of uh, of Cody Rhodes throughout the whole match. And in the end, of course, Crossroads, bam! Cody Rhodes wins. And then at the end, when they're going through the thing, they come back. Kevin Owens is in the ring with his foot on Cody Rhodes' ankle, stomps on it, takes him out, and then the refs come to break it up when SmackDown ends. That's the show. That's it. 2 hours of SmackDown. That was it. Uh, I still think that Cody Rhodes should lose to Kevin Owens. Uh, it's interesting. We don't really know what's going on with The Rock, because I guess a lot of this booking that they're doing is depending on if The Rock won't be there. There's reports saying that The Rock won't be at Mania, but The Rock always says don't listen. So maybe they're really keeping it close under the vest. Maybe they do already know that The Rock will be there and they're doing it. But I think Kevin Owens should beat Cody Rhodes at Saturday Night Main Event. I think it should happen. Why not? Who cares? Even if you want Cody and The Rock to be your main event at WrestleMania, you could just give the title back to Cody. Give him some adversity. He has the title. He finished the story. Now you give him to you give the belt to Kevin Owens, who now you got this crazy person, and now you're trying to win the title back, and then The Rock comes back, and maybe he wins the Royal Rumble. He's like the 30th entry. He wins the Rumble, takes out, and now he's going to WrestleMania. Now Cody's like, oh, now I definitely have to get this title back because I want you to face me because we have unfinished business. That would be fun. That would be fun in my mind. I think that'd be great. Just personally. Uh, Raw also happened. I didn't talk about Raw, but I'm not gonna really talk about a lot of Raw. But for a little bit of Raw, CM Punk opened the show. And there was a whole thing with Seth Rollins wanted to take out Punk because he teamed with Roman, uh, and then they start going at each other, and then Sammy and Jay tries to hold them both back, and then Sammy's and Seth is yelling at each other about siding with Roman. It was like, and Sammy was like, "Bro, you're the one who did it." It was like, "Yeah, but who cares if I did it?" It's like you're the one that you're being manipulated by him, even though it's not true. Because he's been saying that he's only been doing it for Jay, and Jay's only doing it because he wants to be equal. And as long as he's not going to be equal, if he's not going to be equal, I'm not with it. And they proved that he's going to be equal because at War Games, even though he was first, his music was last before everybody else's. His music was last. So, and when your music is last, you know what that means. So that was all good stuff. Damage Control beat, lost to Liv and Raquel. That was not good stuff. Uh, Triple threat match. Dakota Kai, she does move on to the Intercontinental title bracket picture. She beats Katana Chance and Shayna Baszler. Katana hits a 450 on Shayna Baszler, and Dakota Kai hits her finish on Katana Chance to move, and that's going to be good stuff. We're going to talk about this last, but next up, Gunther versus Dominic Mysterio. Uh, Finn Balor's been on this rampage about Damian Priest, and he walks up to Gunther, who's like, "Hey, you're welcome twice. Now I should be number one contender for the title because I helped you beat Damian Priest twice." And he was like, "No, no, you don't deserve nothing because I didn't ask for your help." And it was like, "Oh, yo, Dominic Mysterio, what are you laughing at?" It was like, "Oh, I know what happened because you're a man who actually beat Damian Priest, unlike somebody else. So you know what? I got some sway. I'm going to get me versus you in a title in a match, and that would happen. Crowd was cheering for Dominic Mysterio, which was crazy. But in the end, Walter still wins, and then Finn Balor takes out Gunther. He's like, "That's how it's done. That's how it's done, Dom." So that was good stuff. R-Truth beat Pete Dunne very quickly. And then we had that main event. Jey Uso gets attacked by somebody, and Sami Zayn thinks it's Seth Rollins. They have the match. It was great stuff. And he was like, "You're the one attacked," because he gets a chair at the end. He was like, "You're the one attacked." Jey Uso was like, "No, I didn't. Stop acting crazy. Of course I didn't attack Jey Uso. Hey, Jey Uso's my dog too. I like Jey Uso. We cool. It wasn't me." And then he finally realized it wasn't him. But then he got rolled up because he took his eye off the ball. He was like, "You gotta stop think. You gotta think with your head." He's like, "I'm team you, but come on, man. You gotta be smarter than that." And then he leaves, and boom, Claymore, Drew McIntyre's back. Drew McIntyre's back. He Claymore Sammy, which means that he also probably is the one that took out Jey Uso. So that'll be interesting tonight to see what's going to happen with that. Obviously, we know why they probably attacked us because they teamed with CM Punk, which also was a thing where Seth Rollins was like, "CM Punk, you know my history with CM Punk," and the Sami Zayn was like, we don't want to hear it because I asked you, I wanted you, I asked you multiple times, you said no, and we needed a person, and he was the only one that was there. So don't be mad at me. So now Drew McIntyre is attacking Sami and Jay, probably also because of CM Punk. He already didn't like Jay because of the whole thing with the bloodline, and then he probably let it go because he's like, you know what, whatever. He probably let it go. Also, he probably let the Roman thing go because obviously they're family. He's going to do whatever he wants. But the CM Punk thing, that after he just beat him for the thing, now he's like, oh, now I'm attacking everybody. Not only are you team, not only are you team Roman, you're team Punk. I hate you both. So that'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. And then the final thing that happened, it broke my heart. I cried several tears and not good tears. The New Day celebration, New Day rocks, New Day rocks. They come out. And it's interesting that this seemed like it wasn't going to be like a turn thing. It wasn't going to be Xavier Woods. It's going to turn on Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is going to turn on Xavier Woods. It just more seemed like a thing where it's like, all right, guys, we're in a new day. We've been together for 10 years. We did everything we was possibly wanted to do. We got two different philosophies, two different mindsets and things, and we're just going to split apart. I'm going to do me. He's going to do him, and that's going to be the end of it. That's what it was going to sound like. But instead, Big E comes out. He comes out, Big Pop. Everybody loves Big E. He's like, "Oh man, I don't want to. I don't want to see you guys fight. I love you guys. You know, seeing you guys fight for the past few months. It's crazy. So instead of you guys splitting up or doing anything you don't want to do, I'm going to be here for the New Day. I'm going to be here. I'm going to tag. I'm going to be here with you guys, cheering you guys every week, every step of the way." And then the crowd was cheering. Woo! We love that idea. Big E's back. Big E's back. Big E. Jay rocks. Jay rocks. Stuff like that. Stuff was going on like that. And then it was quieting down. And then Xavier was like, now? I was like, wait, what? He's like, now you want to come back? You had chances to come back all this time, but now all of a sudden you see us fighting. Now you want to come back? Nah. And then it was like, well, what do you expect from me? I had a broken neck, and Dick Kofi Kingston's like, so and it was like, and what do you mean? It was like Steve Austin had a broken neck. He came back. Owen Hart, broken neck, he came back. Edge had a broken neck, he came back. Kurt Angle had a broken freaking neck, he came back. Then they didn't even have nobody to for them. We had Jew. We waited for Jew this whole time. You know, it was Odyssey Jones, but we don't really talk about Odyssey Jones. He's not there. But so we we waited for you, and all he's like, oh, now my neck hurts. Oh, but your neck wasn't hurting when you was with your girlfriend posing all those stupid pictures. Oh, your neck wasn't hurting when you was out there on freaking commentary, doing commentary backstage stuff. You seen us arguing, you wasn't there. But now all of a sudden, we're about to break up, and now you want to come? I was like, no, don't do it. It was hurting my heart. I wanted to cry. I was like, no, 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 no. Stop. Leave Big E alone. He was like, I had a broken neck. I had transfusions. I had a whole bunch of stuff that was going on with my neck. Like, what do you like? I think Big E's gonna come back. I think he's getting close to being wrestled, being able to wrestle again. I really do. Because the whole thing where also Xavier Woods was like, bro, stop the facade. You're not coming back. You're never coming back. You're never going to be cleared. So just do us a favor and step back before you get hurt. And Biggie was like, nah. After all this is what you're going to do to me. He's like, nah, I don't believe it. Come on, give me a hug. Bring it in. He goes to bring in the hug, and Kofi Kingston just like, heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking. How broke my heart, man. Broke my heart. Didn't want it to happen, but uh, yeah, it was good stuff. Kofi, Biggie said to Kofi, 10 years ago, you were mulling over retirement because you had your passion beaten out of you. 10 years ago, you and I was almost fired. He said, we built, what we built means something to a lot of people. Talk about the blacks, because I'm one of them. He said, hey, you left us, you broke your neck, so what? Um, Wood said, we didn't change, we didn't evolve. We didn't change, we didn't evolve at your own deficit for you. He was saying that the reason why that they didn't change why they did this stuff was for Big E because they believed in the power of positivity. But it was always supposed to be everybody over anyone, and he chose his girl over us. Bros before, that's what they said. I didn't say. And then he looked sad. He looked sad when they left. So I think Big E's gonna come back. That's just my opinion. I think he's gonna be able to wrestle again. And New Day is also gonna be tag team champions for a long time. They're gonna take the titles off of somebody. I don't know if they're gonna take it specifically off of the Judgment Day, but the Judgment Day are about to lose those tag team titles to somebody, and the New Day is gonna get that right back from some type of babyface team. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. I literally just had a thing of what was going on Raw tonight. I think Drew McIntyre talks tonight. I think the New Day speak tonight. There's going to be a match with uh, uh, I think there's going to be another triple threat match, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just real quick look to see if they got stuff going on. What they got going on? Because I just saw it. Where did I see it? Nope, it's not there. Is it on IG? I know I just saw it. Um, I don't remember what's going on. I forgot already. Maybe it's. Hold on. I'm gonna find it because I just saw it, so I'm gonna find it. I'm not gonna find it. I don't remember, but I know Seth Rollins is gonna be there. Drew McIntyre is gonna be there. The New Day is gonna be there. I, I think they're gonna have a triple threat match in the IC Women's title thing. And there was another match, and now I'm mad because now I want to remember it, and I don't remember it. Is it here? I don't know. Lippity dippity. Darn. I don't know. But anyways, that was the show. That was Raw. That was SmackDown. Uh, I don't know what they're gonna have them planned for tonight. But I kind of remember. It was is that the Wyatt match, the Wyatt Six and the New Final Testament match. That's what's going to go on. That's what's happening. That's the match that I remember that's going to happen. But there's probably going to be more. Also, I just see that Jordan Grace will be facing Rosemary at Final Resolution next month. So that'll be fun. Rosemary's definitely going to win that match because Jordan Grace is going to be going to WWE, and uh, she's going to put over Rosemary just like uh, uh, Josh Alexander put over Steve Macklin. That's what's going to happen. So, what are your thoughts of the show of SmackDown and Raw tonight? Is going to be Raw. I'm going to be doing my Raw reactions tomorrow. I got a week off, so I'll just be doing stuff. Maybe I might post some of that food stuff that I wanted to post before. We'll see. Who knows what's going to happen? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Out.